Alright, y'all. This is what it looks like when you first walk into an old IT environment that hasn't been managed in a while. I'm gonna take you through the upgrade. So here's what it looks like before. I've already kind of pushed some of this, moved old machines over and opened up some space. This is the modem coming into the environment. I've got legacy servers down here that are active, plus a bunch of gear that is not active anymore. This is the patch panel. Yeah, so we've got a consumer grade firewall right here. This is a reasonable network switch, but it's obviously getting full, so we brought in a bigger one for that can do some better management. So then what we got here is we've got the speaker wire wrapped around the patch panel and the switch, and that's how it's stable right now. So not ideal, obviously. Alright, so to give Wi-Fi to the environment, I think they've got a secondary consumer grade router here doing the Wi-Fi. And then they've got a secondary generic Linksys switch that is connected in between that for, I have no idea why that's like that, but that's all going to come out because we're going to put in professional Wi-Fi access points. So this has been on the floor. It's in addition to the Wi-Fi coming off the consumer grade appliance in the closet, and it doesn't service the back half of the environment as it is. Alright, we got a secondary wiring closet. The customer is under the impression that none of this is in production anymore. I'm a little concerned about this 3Com appliance up here. It's like a networking switch, super old, but it does have activity. And then there are cables coming up through the floor, and there is another business underneath this. I'm going to have to contact the customer and see if they think it's likely or possible that any of this infrastructure supports the businesses downstairs before I power this off. Alright, so this secondary wiring closet, I have done a bunch of tracing, and what I have managed to establish is that this upper switch, this super old 3Com, is an active switch in their environment, and that upper layer patch panel connects the back half of the infrastructure and the front half of the infrastructure. So we will need to leverage this wiring closet, which is good. I wanted to put an access point in here as well. So it's nice that this is a centralized point for the run. So when I thought I only had one switch in the environment and one centralized closet, I was going to VLAN out the phones and the computers. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that today given the way that this is divided, and they fortunately do have a reasonable secondary Netgear switch that I can leverage in this closet to get the 3Com out of here. But I will have to put basically the phones and the computers on essentially a converged network, which isn't ideal but will function for now. Alright, so I pulled all the stuff from this really old patch panel here, and then all the gear that was tied into that was just off and taking up space. So now I've just got the active cabling and the old active switch. I'm going to go back into the main wiring closet and get set up with the new firewall and the new switch there, and then I'll work my way back here. Alright, so here we pulled out a bunch of the legacy gear. It's much quieter. Got the old 24-port switch installed in the place of the 3Com there. Did a little extra cable management, just try to make it so it wasn't hanging. This doesn't have a door on it, and it's not totally perfect, but it's much better. There's the legacy patch panel down here on the bottom. I haven't pulled that. We repurposed the upper patch panel, got all the cabling in. A little bit of a cable management action, nothing amazing, and then switches back up. So yeah, also Wi-Fi access point up there to do the back part of the office. Okay, so we're not totally done, but the infrastructure's live. We got the new Sonic wall in place, Comcast modem to that, put a new switch down here mounted to the wall instead of wrapped up here with speaker wire, cleaned up the cable bundle, labeled things, and then was able to leverage some of the desk space to bring the server monitor and keyboard and mouse back onto the desk. And I got the power piped into the battery backup.